What's up, guys? Matthew. I'm very excited to be starting the third season of Mr. Robot. The first two seasons have been absolutely incredible for me. This show is making a sprint to be one of my all-time favorites. I know that season 3 and season 4 are some of the most highly touted seasons of television that I have ever heard of. So again, I want to repeat, you can't fathom how excited I am to start this. Hold on, I'm gonna go on a little rant here, okay? It's been, I took a 1 week break. It was almost like, if you guys were paying attention to my discussions, the last couple episodes, I binged in one sitting the last, 4 episodes of the season, and I was disappointed in myself. I don't like to binge stuff, but it was just, and I know, I know that the rest of the show is so much, crazier that, if I can't control myself now, how am I going to control myself later? I'm going to control myself. I'm doing it, you know what I mean? One per sitting. But again, I repeat, I took a 1 week break in between season 2 and season 3. Since then, I have had 3 full fucking dreams about Mr. Robot. That has never happened in the history of me watching any show of all time. I'll be lucky to get 1 dream all time about another show. I had 3 dreams, okay, about Mr. Robot. I'm not even going to describe them. Just know that, you know how crazy Mr. Robot is. They were some crazy fucking dreams, okay? So, I've been thinking about this. It sounds cringy. I've been thinking about this moment for a week straight, every single moment. So, I'm going to get back into it. I am going to theorize my ass off, okay? What if I got 23 episodes left? I'm going to get some things right, okay? For anyone watching, and on YouTube, I might even already be done the series by now. I don't know. If there's anybody watching on Patreon, should I go back and rewatch the first couple episodes? I know episode 4 has some crazy symbolism, foreshadowing. In your opinion, should I go back before I continue, or because I feel like first time watching it, it's, you know what I mean, you don't pick up anything, but I feel like if I go back now, I will pick up on stuff and be able to theorize, but I kind of don't want to, if that makes any sense. I don't know. I'm going to think for the first time in my life. Again, it was almost like I exactly predicted how season 2 was going to go. In the sense of, I feel after episode 2 or episode 3, I feel like I picked up on prison-related, you know what I mean, stuff. And they did the same thing again, you know what I mean? Season 1, it was the Mr. Robot stuff. I was consumed by it. It was all I thought about. And then Darlene snuck up on me. Season 2, I thought about all, prison. And then all this shit with White Rose and Angela and Tyrell and all this shit happened. And I wasn't paying close enough attention to everything else. So I am going to fucking pay attention. I have been paying attention. But I'm going to go even harder. Again, starting off in the season, I know that they're going to immediately present something to me that is wrong. And I know that the show wants me to think that it's wrong. So, I know that it's going to be something with Elliot's mind, something with his programming. Something is going to be fundamentally incorrect. Whether or not it's something that Elliot is subconsciously showing me that's incorrect, like season 1, or it's something that he is purposefully showing me that it's incorrect, like season 2. I will have to find out. Again, I've been a lot of predictions, the stuff with White Rose, and if Elliot has 2 or 3 or 1 extra personalities that we haven't seen, I don't know. But I'm going to not be consumed by the big mystery. I'm going to try to figure out what the big mystery is immediately. I'm going to put it in the back of my mind, and I'm going to look at every fucking thing else. Okay, I promise, guys. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm ready to hop into it. Again, if you liked the video, please drop a like and leave a comment. I have got the full-length reactions up on Patreon. Like I said, I might already be done the show by now over on Patreon. If you check the YouTube comments, it'll say the exact episode I'm currently on. I should be watching about 3 or 4 episodes a week. I want to space myself out because I'll go back to what I said, first episode of the show. This is one of my most anticipated shows of all time. And it has completely lived up to it. It's gone even higher already. And I know that it gets even better. But it's already it's already going to be one of my all-time favorite shows. So I've gotten to the point now where I want to savor it. Because I know that I'm your first experience watching this is You know what I mean? It's like one of the most important moments of my life, sadly. So I want to take my time with this, but it's still going to be pretty fast, like I said. So check the YouTube comments to see where I'm at on Patreon. And finally, most importantly, if you do enjoy the content that I make for the channel, I would really appreciate if you subscribe. It really does help me out. Let's get into Season 3, Episode 1 of Mr. Robot. Let's go. What the fuck? So, okay, so I gotta start fucking thinking about, again, the prospects of time travel and parallel universes now. What the fuck? So, it's so hard. It's so hard to just talk about this shit because it doesn't make sense, but it does make perfect sense. Like, I know you guys know that it makes perfect sense, and I'm just trying to scramble things. So first of all, I'll just immediately come out and say this. Through the first episode, I did not pick up on anything, like, reality-wise, that didn't feel right to me. Everything, again, other than, like, missing time. Funny enough, you know what I mean? Other than like maybe Elliot having meetings there or doing something secret, which I think that he did. I mean, well, Elliot went back to that fucking barbecue place, but he was still in Elliot mode. Now, could he have switched to robot mode? This is, I know I sound like a fucking idiot when I talk about this show, but I don't think that he switched to Mr. Robot mode. I think that Elliot did something. I think that Elliot is. I think that this season, unlike last season, where we were with Elliot for the most part, and Mr. Robot was doing plans in the background, I think that this season we're going to see a lot more of Elliot doing something in the background, and Mr. Robot being more of a, you know what I mean, following him one-to-one. This episode, and obviously the White Rose thing has always been time-related, but I gotta be honest, I never thought of time and travel. You know what I mean? Like, I never thought of that prospect. And I just want to say this. Like, I have heard that for years, I've heard that, you know, the last couple seasons of Mr. Robot are fucking insane and they're amazing. But time travel and parallel universe, I don't know about that. You know what I mean? Like, that seems like a wild, not a jump isn't like jumping the shark, because I'm going to be straight up honest. If they did go that route, I would fucking love it. I would, whatever they do, I'm gonna fucking love, okay? But, really looking at it, like, time travel, really? So, like, my initial gut reaction is that time travel is not real at all. And White Rose is using that as a way to manipulate people. Like, going like, hey, you've listened to me, you do this, you do that, we can go back, I get time travel, but I don't know what White Rose's endgame is. Still, like, just time. What the fuck do you mean time? Like, we gotta be on a set schedule? Why? Now, a parallel universe too, though, like, that doesn't seem, you know what I mean? Because I feel like you can't have a parallel universe without having time travel. Like, right? I don't know. What the fuck am I talking about? I feel like I'm drunk. And I just want to say, and, you know, I'll get back into the theories in like 30 seconds. I want to repeat, I had, in preparation, waiting for me to start Season 3, I had 3 full fucking, like, dreams about Mr. Robot. They were on the level of time travel. As in, like I was imagining, like, some crazy, like, primordial, omnipotent beings being a part of the story. So, but I just don't know. So wait, real quick. Going back, I went into time travel mode. I didn't immediately grasp onto anything that I like the last couple of seasons. Believe me, it wasn't like a first episode thing. I believe. I believe the first time that I even float to the idea of Mr. Robot not being real was episode 2. I think with the prison stuff, it was episode 3, episode 2 or 3, something like that. I can't grasp on anything. I can't grasp on anything. The only thing that I can think of would, again, it wouldn't be reality-wise, but storyline-wise, would be, to me, it feels very blatant, very obvious that Darlene would be working for the FBI. Again, and I could almost see a world in which, I can't, because Angela, too, is fucking, like, you guys know, like, through the first 2 seasons, she might have been my favorite character. Definitely was probably my favorite character, so I love her. But she's confusing me, but she's not confusing me. I'll talk about her in a minute. I could almost see a world in which I don't. If Darlene is working for the FBI, all that I know about her really is that she cares about Elliot. You know what I mean? And she obviously cares a lot more about Elliot than Elliot cares about her. But it's something I should go back and rewatch. That scene with Cisco in the hospital talking about their parents, because and the father is sort of not being brought back into, but is being discussed by outside entities. The father had to be so much more important. Again, did the father fucking abuse him so much to purposefully split his mind? Did, like, something like that? I don't know. I don't know. So, but from what I'm remembering, Darlene didn't want to leave because she would be with Elliot and would probably never see Elliot again. So, if Darlene is working for the FBI, I would have to then assume that it is because she's stricken a deal of, hey, I'll help you catch Tyrell if you know what I mean, don't punish Elliot as much as you should punish Elliot. So, I could see a parallel of that with an Angela storyline, to where it looks like Angela is fully taking advantage of Elliot in order to help time travel. But again, I think she's also being manipulated, but I think that she also knows that she's being manipulated. And I think because she knows that Mr. Robot would be working with Dark Army, so she wouldn't like be open with him. She would also keep up the lie towards him as well. So again, I'm bouncing around here, I'm sorry. Angela's whole story for the first 2 seasons, you know what I mean, felt very much like a trying to go undercover, and whether or not it would consume her or not. Whether or not she could actually succeed at her goals, or she would be changed over the course of it. And I'm like, again, it's one of those things, like, if they do time travel, awesome. If they don't do time travel, it's kind of what I expect, but still awesome. Same thing with Angela. Like, I'm gonna use very simple terms here: evil and not evil. Is Angela evil? Sure, that could be a thing. I don't really mean evil, but if Angela's with White Rose completely, sure, I believe that. That's awesome. But could I also and kind of expect her to not be with White Rose and actually be doing stuff for herself? That's what I would kind of. That's what I hope is the thing. You know what I mean? Like, as someone who likes Angela, I want her to be pulling, not strings, but I want her to be playing the game, so to speak. So, but even then, because White Rose seems like a god. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I said it earlier about my dream, but like, she seems like a primordial entity. Like, could you physically trick her? I don't know if you can. I don't know. But so, again, going back to my if Darlene is working for the FBI to save Elliot, then I could also see Angela working for White Rose to save Elliot, if that makes any sense. God fucking damn it, dude. I want to go back and rewatch. If it was up to me, well, it is up to me, but like, I kind of just want to go back and rewatch the first 2 seasons. Just to, you know what I mean, just before continuing. Just to see if I can pick up on anything else. Because I know that I missed like 99% of the shit, but like, I'm sure everyone else missed that shit too. So, oh my god, man. And what the fuck is up with this guy, this new guy? I didn't even get a name, I don't think. I don't remember getting a name. Is he, like, do I just take him at face value? What's real and what's not real? You know what I mean? Again, I'll get into my, because I know I was talking about Elliot throughout the episode. I want to get into him. But also, I had to think about Elliot, his whole speech right there. You know what I mean? Coming up with a plan, work for Evil Corp or anything like that. What is... Because I can also see a world in which Elliot does know what's going on with Angela, does realize what's happening, does realize Mr. Robot is coming out at night. So, you know what I mean? So maybe he's allowing Mr. Robot to do things. I don't know. I don't know which one is like the true one. Because I could see a world in which Mr. Robot is the true one and Elliot is a fake persona. Again, or am I? Is the viewer, is the camera, are they a third version that Elliot has pushed down? Are we like the abused, you know what I mean, the abused aspect of him that from his childhood or whatever? I don't know. So again, like, I'm trying to just, because again, the father was brought up so much this episode. And they talk about he unknowingly worked for the project. So that is a 100% thing. That, like, I can't think of it as Elliot's father being a mastermind of something, because, you know, White Rose said that he didn't know about it. Right? And then White Rose talked about, like, almost as if the project, well, not the project, I don't know. Because the part that I'm confused about is White Rose talking about, like, Elliot and Angela as, like, you know, we're talking about, like, their parent, like a necessary sacrifice or something like that. Like, in that conversation with that guy whose name I also do not have, talking about, like, how it's almost like like they were born for this mission, if that makes sense. Like, their hatred for E-Corp was born out of this project, like, you know what I mean, slowly killing workers at this place to try and build up hatred towards E-Corp, so that then White Rose could use that hatred as, you know what I mean. I don't know if it was something that, again, that I don't know if White Rose perpetrated that plan in the first place, or he found out about those people getting sick and leaked it so that, you know what I mean, that hatred could form. I don't know. I forgot where I was going with that. My train of thought is going all over the place. So I just don't know. I've got so much stuff going through my head. So what are my takeaways from this episode? Is like 100% guarantees. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Everyone's like, and now my question is, like, what are Tyrell and Mr. Robot actually doing? You know what I mean? Like, are they just trying to create another backdoor? If so, what the fuck has Tyrell been doing the whole time? If there was already a backdoor, what's Tyrell been doing? Is Tyrell actually working with Joanna? We didn't see any Joanna. Like, is Joanna involved in any of this? Like, because from the scenes I got with Joanna last season, it feels like she's very unconnected with her husband. But, like, I don't know. There's no way we're gonna get time travel, right? Right? But could we? Do I kind of want there to be? Yes. I'm down for anything this weird funkin' show wants to do. Time travel. I get parallel universes, like. Okay, I remember what I was gonna say earlier. My whole point was in talking about, like, the Angela and, like, and Elliot and breeding, you know what I mean, hatred towards E-Corp. Why does White Rose need hatred towards E-Corp? Well, okay, wait. Because Price is already working with him. Again, they're not working with, like, they don't like each other. They kind of fucking hate each other. They kind of want each other to fail, but it's almost like two parasites sucking off on each other. It's what it kind of feels like, you know, both going for their own plan. I don't know if they necessarily know each other. Well, I don't know. I don't know if they know each other's plan. Because, again, my immediate gut reaction with Price would be for him to be the president, but then he went on a rant saying, like, politics are fucking stupid. And him talking about there's only two people in the world that he sees as more powerful than himself, is that, again, Philip doesn't really talk about Elliot. Like, I don't even know if he knows about Elliot. Would the two people be White Rose and Zhang? Like, is that like counting those as two separate people? Just like an Elliot Mr. Robot situation where they're two separate entities? I don't know. So, anyway, why would White Rose need that hatred towards E-Corp? Because it's another thing too. Is it like dependent on like hatred towards E-Corp and a hacker? Like, do they need hacking skills, or like, is it just like anybody? And now I'm thinking to like this Lynchian scene from this initiation. Time travel. I want to go back and watch that scene, but I don't think I should, because I kind of don't want to. What the fuck? What the fuck? What's going on? And it's also like, I think you guys can tell, and I know I say it out loud because I want it to be very well known. Like, I'm loving the show for so much, like, but there's almost like a pressure in knowing that there's so many mysteries going on. Like, I have anxiety when I'm watching the like, I'm like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm freaking out. Like, I'm obviously I'm so excited, but I'm also straining every fucking 2 brain cells I have to try and pick up on anything. I don't know. Again, I'm gonna say this, and I know that it's incorrect because it's Mr. Robot, and especially because I know that it's very late in the game. But to me, I would almost argue that felt like the most straightforward episode of Mr. Robot I've ever had. As in, like, I don't think I picked up on anything not being what I was actually being shown. So that kind of scares me, because if that's the case, then what may not be real might be so much bigger than I think. If that makes any fucking sense. And now, you know, again, I talked about Elliot, you know, sort of blanking out in the barbecue place. And again, whether or not that's a Mr. Robot appearance, I don't think so, because they built up the Mr. Robot appearance so much at the end of the episode, so I kind of feel like Elliot did something off screen that I didn't see. My question would be what that is and who he would talk to, because it wouldn't be Tyrell, it wouldn't be Angela, it wouldn't be any of the Dark Army. Could be the FBI, but I don't think it would be the FBI because Darlene is with the FBI. I don't think they do a double FBI thing. Mobley or Trenton, but probably, again, they want me to assume that they're dead. That's the vibe I get from it. So and obviously with the Leon, you know, showing up and kind of looking like he was about to pop them. But that kind of makes me think that it's not the truth. I don't fucking know. I do not know. And again, I want to repeat, because it's the thing that I'm thinking about the most now. What am I? Because he keeps fucking looking at me. And I know he's been looking at me the whole time, but like, it wasn't until like later in season 2 where like, I was like, okay, something's up with me. Again, the levels of craziness. Because, again, I want to repeat. I would love time travel. I would love parallel universes. But I kind of don't think that's the truth. I kind of think that's a way to just convince Angela to think that that's actually happening. But if time travel or parallel universes are real, am I a parallel version of Elliot? Am I time traveled? I don't know. I'm so stupid. I'm so stupid. Guys, I don't know. I don't know. I think I have to end the discussion. I love this show so much. Like, I almost have tears in my eyes because of how much I love it and how much I don't understand it and how much, like, oh my god. There's, again, I'll repeat this. Mystery is my favorite genre, but I don't like. I've never been great at like guessing mysteries. You know what I mean? I'm not saying like I'm terrible or anything like that. I would say I'm slightly above average for like a casual viewer. You know what I mean? I don't like to read into stuff that much. So I'm glad that I don't know what the fuck's going on. I'm really glad I don't know what's going on. Oh my god, dude! I gotta end the episode. And I'm not watching back to back. I've stopped myself. I was doing so good with the first season and a half, and then I let myself slip near the end. I can't let that happen again. So I'm gonna watch the next episode tomorrow. But I will see you guys next week for season 3, episode 2. And it's something I technically spoke about, but like there's only 10 episodes in the season. We're back to the original length. So I would assume the season's going to go a little fast. I'm not saying that last season was slow. I'm just saying that less episodes means that this is probably going to go at a little bit of a faster pace. But I'm so excited. I'll see you guys next week. If you guys liked the video, please drop a like and leave a comment. It really helps me out. I've got the full-length reaction up on Patreon on multiple weeks, multiple episodes ahead. Check the YouTube comments to see the exact episode I'm currently on. Again, I might already be done by now, but check the YouTube comments. And if you enjoy the content that I make for the channel, I would really appreciate it if you subscribed. I will see you guys in a couple days. No, in a week. Jesus Christ, I'm losing it. Bye.